Well, today's video is a little bit different. Normally I'm doing a construction video or a how-to video or whatever, but today, because I'm kind of a, aspiring amateur filmmaker, I thought I'd give a review on my Geekpro camera. Now, I bought this off of Amazon. I'll leave a link in below. I did open the bag just to look and see how it was packed. And it comes from Malaysia. Everything comes from China or whatever in a bag like this, and it comes via DHL. Took about a week to get it, so which is not bad delivery time. Comes in a nice case. And let's look inside and see what we got here. So we open this up. And we have all the accoutrements. Now, I did purchase before, and I'm going to show video from all three cameras. We're taking footage on a Sony 20 gig hard drive camera right now, and my best camera is my camera that I use for streaming. It has the best resolution and the best clarity, but it's only for streaming because you have to start the program from inside. Another thing that I did buy from Amazon before I got my Geekpro was, of course, the Narcissist stick. And I got a whole list of attachments, which is a floating device, a harness so we can, take film of me, me flying. This is a head strap, goes on your head. And of course we have a windshield mount, and they give you a bag and a handlebar mount and some other little things, which, we got to have all the, all the attachments to properly use this camera. But let's look at the Geekpro, because that's what we're reviewing. The reason I bought the Geekpro is I really looked at all the options that GoPro had, and this particular camera, which is the 1080p camera, had the same functions that GoPro had and $200 less. So we're going to compare that. So you get a little angle, lots of little fittings. I don't understand what all these fittings are, but I guess so you can make different angles of things. And then here's oh, that's pretty nice. It clip it on your shirt. And we got some sticky back mounts for the dashboard to clip that on the dashboard. We'll probably use that for when I make videos going to Brodax and so on and so forth. This is some type of mount to hold it without the casing on it, but I don't think I'll ever be using it without the casing because I don't want to break it or hurt it. Some extra mounts and accessories. We'll set all this stuff out here. These are the clips. Another handlebar mount. Oh, we have a charger. And up here we have a strap. I don't know what that's all about. We have the charging cable. So that's good. We got a book. I guess it's probably going to be in Chinese or whatever. A few Velcro straps. Some zip ties and a cable strap. I would imagine that's to attach to the camera to keep it from sinking with the float. And a lens cloth. And this. Thank you. Thank you, dear friend, for purchasing your Geekpro. Recently, some customers contacted Geekpro for service. And here we declare that on our website, Geekpro and not Geekpro. Okay, I see what it is. So they just had a spelling correction. And I guess this is a knockoff of a knockoff. Because these are not Geekpro, they're iGeekPro. Whatever, doesn't matter. It was a cheap deal. We'll see how what we got here. We got two batteries. That's a good deal because you know that you're going to need them. So let's put this stuff back in the bag. We're not going to need that. Probably going to need the charger and the batteries and the cord. So let's, I got all this stuff out of here. Now I don't know where it goes. I think that went there. And I'm not sure that I'll keep it in the bags or whatever. Kind of boring watching me put the stuff back in the bag, but I really need to get it back in there because I'm notorious for losing stuff. So, let's see here. I'm pretty sure these came out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're not going to be playing with that stuff yet today, so we'll go ahead and close this up and we'll look at the camera itself. So the case is very nice, and we're going to see if this fits my GoPro stick, which I know it should. I'm not sure if the batteries come charged up or not. They might have a slight charge on them. Now, one thing I don't like is they don't have an attachment, unless it's in there, that I can attach it to my tripod, because I intend to shoot some 3-angle views with this camera on the workbench. I know that it's an action camera, but I want to use it as a second camera as well. So that does fit. So, and I'm guessing you can use those extensions and things. So that works. And we'll end up taking a picture of things outside as well, because I do want to see how it works. So here we have the battery. It's got 3 little ports in it. I guess this... Now one thing I don't like is that the back door, it doesn't have an open back door. So I don't know how the sound's going to work, because I was reading online, and it comes without an SD card. Well, fortunately we have the SD card in this, which is a 32. Yeah, this is a SanDisk 32, so we'll put that in here. So we escaped that. That works. And the battery, which goes right here. Slide the battery in there. It looks to me that these plastic pieces here are going to be very delicate. Well, let's power it up and see what it does. I did a shot before, and I cut to break because I couldn't get it to come on or whatever. Well, I even sent a letter to the people that sold me this and asked them what was up. Now, I haven't got a letter back, but I can tell you what's up. I'm not 12 years old, and it was operator error. When you're using this camera, you have to hold this button down, and it takes, I don't know, 5 seconds or whatever for the screen to come on. And the screen will come on, and the top button starts the recording. It shoots 1080p at 30 frames a second, or 720p at 60 frames a second. I took some footage that we'll go to here of how it worked, and it does work very nice. However, I should have bought that audio recorder last night that I was going to buy, because the audio leaves a lot to be desired, and you're going to see that in the review when I play the clip here of how the thing looked. Now I was going to take some pictures of my shop, but the shop is so cluttered that it really makes my shop look bad. So we went outside and I took pictures of walking down the alley and the front. But on a scale from you know, how many stars, 1 to 5 stars, I'd say it's a 4. It's reasonably priced. As far as the price goes, it's 5 stars on the price. It's about $150 cheaper than the GoPro. It's identical to the GoPro. It uses identical accessories, and I told you I had bought all the extra accessories. I used the chest strap. I haven't used this. I haven't used the head strap yet, but we will this summer. And I don't think I'll be using the floating strap or the handlebar mount or anything like that. But as far as a product goes, it's well packed, pretty versatile. It's exactly as a GoPro would be. I even put my other little camera that I got. This is the Woot Cam, and I put that in the case here, and that way we can get, you know, some different video this summer. So that's my short little review of the Geekpro camera, and all in all, I'd say it was worth the money. If you want to know how to use it, get yourself a 12-year-old kid. You know, I never really thought that was correct. Oh, let me tell you that story too. It says in the instructions that you can download an app for your phone, and downloading the app is a whole lot easier than using the Wi-Fi screen. So I did. I downloaded the app, but what they didn't tell you is it has this barcode here. And if you're one of those old guys, which most of us are on Stunt Hangar, you know, why couldn't they just put in the web address? I had to download an app so I could download the barcode so that I could go to this site and download their app. So it takes, you know, 3 steps. It's the engineers. It's this new way of thinking or whatever. It's absolutely idiotic, and I think it has to do with spying. They want you to relinquish your authority and your information on your phone to a third party over and over and over again. They want to know every step of the way of what you're doing. But I did it. I don't have anything to hide. But I don't like it. So that's the only con that I got as far as the product goes, and we really won't know the performance of this product until this summer. I'll try to take some pictures as I'm building these airplanes up close. I have this tripod that I'm going to utilize with it. Of course, I have the narcissist stick too, selfie stick or whatever you want to call it, and I don't know. I happen to see everybody else doing it, so I might as well try it and see how it works, So I got one of them selfie sticks. I'm not real big on selfie stuff. I'd rather show you guys exactly what's going on. But anyway, I'm going to make this video up, show a little bit of footage on how the camera actually works. I only tried it in 1024, 1020 at 30 frames a second. I didn't try it in the 720 by 60 frames a second because I don't see the need. We might do that this summer when I'm shooting model airplanes, so we can run some slow speed footage. But it has a real nice wide angle lens, and that's probably why my shop looks so bad. And I kind of wanted to see how it was going to work when we're flying, so I'm going to walk around back here and see what the cats look like. We got some cat boxes here, and this is the back of my house. We kind of take care of the alley cats. Looks like they didn't eat all the chicken bones. Wild cats costing me money. But you kind of hate to see anything starve to death. And it's going to get cold, so we made up some of these boxes and put some straw in them. And hopefully they'll stay warm this winter. Come on, kitty. They're a little spooky. This one guy here, he don't care. He just wants his food. You're a nice cat. No biting. No biting. So we'll sit back here and watch them. And try to get some footage of what they're doing. Wrap up, you saw the footage of what I took out in the backyard of the cats. Final wrap up on the Geekpro is, if your micro SD card is 32 gigabyte at 1080p 30 frames a second, you can shoot 240 minutes. And at 720p at 60 frames a second, it's 320 minutes. Now, I've been playing with the batteries. I'm not buying that yet, but I haven't really given it an optimum test. The batteries are a little difficult to tell when they're charged. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm going to see about getting another charger at $16 for another 2 batteries and a separate charger. So that's well worth it. But I got to tell you, for the money, this camera is really a good product. However, as I stated before, the audio is poor. So I did get a handheld recorder, and we're going to use a clapboard, and I'm going to set the audio on a different track. So that's one thing. That's the only drawback that I have. The app for your phone works real good. You can, on the app you can start and stop and sort the files and do the settings and everything. So that's everything that the GoPro does. I would imagine that, like I said, this is a knockoff of a knockoff. It's called the Geekpro, but all in all, for the money, I would say it's a good buy. So it gets my thumbs up of approval and 4 stars. So we'll see how it goes, and I hope you like this review. And if you have any questions, just drop a note in the box. Be sure to like, subscribe, share. This is a model airplane channel, but from time to time I do a review on different products that I buy and use, such as my plotter and cutter and different software. So until we see again, tight lines, fair winds. See ya!